Hey guys, Sean here. So someone was asking me if I could expand on one of my videos. It has to do with why souls come into human bodies in this crapshoot of a reality. This crazy ass planet. All this shitty crappiness that goes on. Why would a soul purposefully come into a body in this shit show? Okay? Now, if I'm glancing down, I just have some notes just to help keep me on track on some of the points I would like to share with you guys. Okay, so the human physical experience, the 3D world, the five sense world. You have souls inside the body, right? You're far beyond just a human animal. All right, the human soul is very, very amazing. And why would the human soul, the soul that goes into the human body, why would you choose to be here? Why did you come here? All this shit you've been dealing with, all these terrible things you've experienced or witnessed or both, why would why would we choose to come here on purpose? Okay? There are reasons why. Okay. Just to kind of go to like big picture wise, this is a very special point in history when it comes to the planet Earth, Gaia, if you will, human beings, and our evolution. There's a reason there's almost 8 billion of us here. It is a huge, huge get together. Souls are lining up at the door, proverbially speaking, to get into these bodies now at this time period. We are in this ridiculously ginormous, super important transition phase. The barbarian age is coming to an end. The new earth is starting, it's beginning. This is the beginning of time. When it comes to looking back at history, if you were to go far in the future and look back, this would be like the beginning of time. And everything prior to now would be the barbarian age. And you really wouldn't have it like connected to like years and stuff. Yeah, we have plenty of years now, like but no. Big picture wise, this is the end of the dark ages and the beginning of the good. All right? Okay. So, there's something I call the slingshot effect. And that's just a term, just words. It's describing a concept. Now, the concept is like think of a slingshot, right? So you get a little pebble and you grab the slingshot and you pull it back and you shoot the pebble, right? Pretty straightforward. So if the further you pull the slingshot, now let's assume you're using materials where it's not going to break. So as hard as you can pull it back, and you get like a NFL defensive lineman. It's American football player who's like gigantic and huge muscles, and they pull the slingshot back even further. Bam! What's gonna happen to that pebble when you pull it back like that far? The pebble's gonna go so fast and so far, right? The further you pull the slingshot back, the faster it's gonna go. More importantly, in this analogy, the further it's gonna go. Okay? So this analogy has to do with the slingshot being the darkness, the density, the shitstorm that we are experiencing on Earth. World War II. The further back you go, it's like the darker, the deeper, the more you forget your connection to all there is, that you are eternal beings with limitless potential and ability, living infinitely. So the further away you go from knowing that, where you think it's just you have one lifetime, everything sucks, there's no abundance, there's lack everywhere, there's violence and horrible things. So the deeper Dark Ages, World War II stuff, the deeper and more shitty you go, once you let go, and you like find a way as a race, as a species, as a human race, find a way to overcome the darkness, like we're doing now. Okay? Think of the Dark Ages, medieval times, think of World War I and World War II, and then we're moving to like a spiritual connected community where there's acceptance and love. Okay? So the more shitty things get, but then you can still break through and break free and find as a collective human race how to get to where you want to get to, where we're all one happy community worldwide. You don't need flags, you don't need borders or countries, and eventually not even needing the organized governments. Everyone will just get along. You won't even need laws eventually. But anyway, so yes, so the slingshot effect has to do with the deeper into the shit you can get to, the more negative of an experience as a collective human race you can get to, but then break out, the further that pebble is going to travel. So if we as human beings came into a collective reality, this Earth physical dream world, and we had a little bit of negativity, and then we quickly fixed it, and then had a peaceful culture, we're going to advance spiritually a little bit because we had a little bit of a negative experience as humans, and then we got over it. But if we go into the depths of hell that we've experienced in the last 2,000 years, and we can break through and find world peace from that, do you know how far that pebble is going to travel? So us souls that came into these bodies during these times and in the past couple thousand years are advancing at an unprecedented level. Talk about going from 0 to 60 in a split second. Slingshot effect. Okay. Gaia, the Earth, was getting its butt kicked. And then recently, a call went out for volunteers. A lot of you souls out there, a lot of you folks volunteered to come into the baby, the human baby body in the womb, and experience a physical life so that you can help. Okay? Gaia was getting pummeled. Pollution. I'm not going to get into all the crap. The Earth's getting its butt kicked with all the abuse, radiation, all the shit. And Gaia asked for volunteers to come help. And a lot of us came. Okay. So, here's another reason we come into this world. The physical senses. See, the spirit realm, and that's just a word, it's just describing something beyond this existence, where your soul, the reality your soul inhabits, and beyond that, the five senses, particularly taste and smell, are so amazing for your spirit, your soul, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, to think about smell and taste. It is this ridiculously specific pleasure experience that you can't really get unless you come down into this dense reality. So smells and tastes. Oh my Lord. There are so many good things about being up there, but to come down here and to be able to experience 5 sense reality, physical reality, and be able to taste and smell things, whoo-wee. Not to mention the cop. I don't want to get into that subject, but when the whole mating thing, okay, you get me. So yes, so those are experiences that are highly sought after in the everything that is, and you only get it on those little tiny shit storms of free will dark energy. No, it doesn't have to be dark energy because there's plenty of free will planets where dark shit doesn't rule, just like we're about to get to here. But yes, the physical, dense as heck reality where we actually have amnesia and forget that we're eternal beings that with limitless power and limitless wisdom to be able to deal with that limitless power. But we forget that. But yes, the frickin' senses. Okay. So similar to the slingshot effect, that's just big picture of all the souls. We go to a dark place and then come out in the light, and we've advanced so far. Individual soul development. You come into a place like this where it's a free will existence. Harsh physical world. Free will rules. You talk about advancing your soul. See, as a soul, as your soul, the real you, at least at this level, thinking about your soul, it's like the real you. This is a dream, and it's fast. It's a quick dream. Okay. So you come down into this dream world, and all of a sudden, you go through all these experiences and hardships. It doesn't have to all be hardships, but hardships is part of it. But you go through all this shit down here. Your soul's advancement and learning is so accelerated. This is an advanced school for souls to come to, just in general. Now that we're about to hit like the mother lode and we're about to have an ascension, another story entirely. But yes, so the opportunity for your soul to advance super fast track advancement, spiritual wisdom, bam, on steroids. So yes. Also, it takes a brave warrior type soul to want to come into this existence. Not always, but just kind of give you an idea on it. Okay. Now, like I mentioned, to your soul, this is like a quick dream. Okay? It's not as potent. The experience is not as potent as you think. Now, down here, you're experiencing, let's say, 75 years of life, and some of it's not so nice. It's a very potent experience. But to your soul, it's more like a dream. Like you and I would think about going to sleep and having a dream. To your soul, it's kind of like that. It's not as potent. Okay. And then the other thing I want to mention here on this video is that the Earth specifically, because there are other existences in a physical world with the five senses, whether or not there's dark forces who are competing with or have overtaken the good forces, there are other free will planets, other free will existences. But very few are as colorful and as diverse as this Earth. Earth is quite the place. The amount of diversity with animals and plant life, the colors, the beauty that we all some of us take for granted. When you come into the physical world, the amount of variety and diversity here with regards to the plant and animal life and landscape is freaking breathtaking. And it's so special. Gaia is amazing. So that's an expansion on one of my videos someone requested, and I hope this was meaningful for you. And I will see you again soon, and you have an awesome day. And remember, do one random act of kindness one time per day, and you will literally change the world. All right? One random act of kindness, whether it's putting a dime on the ground so someone can find it, holding the door for someone, you know what I'm talking about. Just one per day. You will literally change the world.